Good evening, Speed Gaming, and welcome to this quarterfinal matchup, Game 1, between TheAxeMan301 and Tornel357 in our Crystalis Randomizer tournament. I am DH and with me tonight is PMA KFowl. How are you doing tonight, KFowl?
Good. How are you?
I am doing great. I can't wait for this. This should be an awesome matchup between these two really skilled competitors. And I can't wait to see how this seed trolls them in the most awesome ways.
And this is the first time seeing the new flag set. We are now in the semifinals. It's best of 3 match. Not much different from the elimination round, with the exception of the RO flag is on, so orbs are not required to break walls. And rabbit skip plus teleport skip are also back on. What were the other changes?
The robots are out in the world. I don't know if you said it or not, but not many other changes. Still got to beat all the bosses. And we've got an orb of water and a fruit of lime, so no sword to start off. That's always a fun way to start off the game. That orb of water is still required, I think, to freeze. Is that true with this flag set? I can't remember.
No.
No, it's not. Okay. So that is just going to be a power boost for them whenever they do find that sort of water. And, yeah, not that many options, so they are both going off right now. No reason to visit Rage without a sword. They're going to go on up to Portoa. Also want to thank KFowl here, who's also tracking for us tonight. So if anything gets missed, just give us a hand and let us know, and we'll get that updated.
We got war boots in the Portoa shop, but they're pretty expensive.
Yes, they are.
I didn't see if they were in the Leaf shop.
I didn't see either. All right, and the queen has the windmill key, so we are headed back. Gonna do the wild warp, which in Randomizer just takes you back to Leaf, and they are headed up.
And right now, with the items we've got, really not much option for any divergence, so we're going to see both of these runners do pretty much the same thing for a while. That jerk bird is...
Oof, yeah, this will be fun. But they do have vanilla tigers, that's not too bad. Pretty easy to dodge. They're very lazy tigers. But yeah, pretty much matched up here. Going to go straight to this windmill key, activate it, and see what this item is. And as we found out, I believe Matrick found this out, it is faster to wild warp back after this and go back up there and find out what that item is. It does look like Leaf does have the warp boots.
Axeman wild warped back pretty quick, so he's going to have to watch that thing explode. I mean, sorry, Tornel. Axeman let it explode first, so when he walks up, it will not blow up.
Indeed, and we're going to find out teleport spell. All right, so this flag set actually had a teleport skip in there, but we're not going to have to worry about that today. Because, yeah, those expensive boots, not going to be needed anymore. With no sword of wind to break through walls, we're only going to be able to get a few of these things. There's the fog lamp. So I think we can see possibly where this is going.
Yeah, look like we may see a sort of wind here, or a sort of fire, or a shell flute.
How about an orb of thunder? Wow. So this flag set that doesn't require orbs is sure being like, oh, are you sure you don't want them anyway? Because we're just going to give you 2 of them early on. And they would much... Okay, how about a sword of fire? And, yeah, so despite that fog lamp, they're going to go straight to Portoa, and they're going to go for that waterfall cave.
So, the tracker's showing that they have the sort of water and thunder. I clicked just the orb, and it popped up the sword, so keep that in mind that they don't have that yet.
Yep, it is, the way this tracker works is assumes you get the sword first, but they are not progressive. Let's see, did Tornel have to reset or die or something? Because he just...
I'm pretty sure he noped out of there. Just to get... Because it looked pretty look pretty hairy. So
Okay, so he had to get everything again. And that is part of that flag set. You do not need the orbs to break through, so that sword broke straight through. And they got a shield ring, which, if you're going to get shield ring, this is the time to get it, even though they don't actually have a shield. It's going to very quickly become something you don't care about, but early on in the game, it's better than nothing.
well, particularly with barrier not required on this flag set, a shield ring, in case they have to run through those the beams, that might be helpful. Ooh, recovers in the back of either the Cursa plant or Fog Lamp Cave.
Yeah, not required, but a very, very nice thing to have. Doesn't mean that there can't be some other items back there. That's just the first major item they found on, the way that works, as I understand it. And with that Fruit of Lime, they are going to be able to completely clear out this cave. Flute of Lime. Fruit of Lime doesn't help you much at all in this cave.
Oh.
And they pick up the hazmat suit. So, not immediately useful, as they can't get to the Premier area. How about an Orb of Wind? Okay, so we have 3 orbs for the sword you don't have.
But with every orb bracelet, it does up the power of the attack power of that sword. So it doesn't hurt to have them.
It's true. When they find those swords, and those swords are absolutely required to beat the game in this flag set. You have to have all the swords, you have to have flights, you have to have the bows, and you have to beat all the bosses. All the major bosses. The generals, Sabera, and Mado, and yeah. And Mado. Okay. And we're going to see what the rest of this cave has for us.
Tornel picked up his hazmat suit.
Just a pair of work boots. Yes, tinking is what we like to call it. And in the randomizer, a tink will still actually damage for one hit point. And yeah, it is something that some players will take on, especially early on. We've only got scaling of 10 at this point, so a lot of bosses won't have that many hit points. Sometimes it's better to go ahead and just tink them down instead of waiting to find the right sword, because all the damage types are randomized in this flag set.
It looks like Axeman's going to go over to Cordell Plains now, to the back way. Finding those warp boots in the back of the waterfall cave will be helpful. Since he has the hazmat suit, he can go to Oak, and then he can do the fight glitch with Stom to get his item.
Absolutely. And this is pretty much the only path open to them right now, so it makes sense he's doing this. With that Sword of Fire, if you cleared out Waterfall Cave, you can't get onto the Angry Sea yet. You can't go through the Vampire Cave. This is pretty much where you're going.
So we've got options of whether to go to Mount Saber West or into the swamp and Oak and start that up.
Yep. I'm sure it's probably not in the back of their minds the fact that they already have part of that, part of the formula there. But I guess with this flag set, you go to Mount Saber North anyways. You don't need to get telepathy. So that can actually be in logic. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Gotta learn the new logic. Gotta learn all these new flags. You get the logic every time.
Did you say Saber North?
I said north.
In order to do Saber North, they're going to have to get away to fly over that water, so they don't.
That's true.
We got a blizzard bracelet.
Finding that sort of water is going to put you in really good shape for damage, for anything that's weak to it.
So Rabbit and Teleport Skip will not be an option unless they have Light.
That makes sense.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So at this point, without those things in order to get into Mount Saber North, unless they were to find... Oh, well, the Orb of Fire doesn't really help them with getting progression, but it definitely helps you out with your Fire Sword right now. That's going to be a really nice help. But But at this point, yeah, I think Mount Saber West is mostly the only play open to them right now, besides the swamp.
Ooh, flail guy. Mr. Smokes in chat talked about the cross trick.
That's a robot. Oof.
The tornado braces spot. I believe we are not allowing that anymore, if I'm not mistaken. Matrick might be able to confirm that with us.
Oh, and there. Oh my goodness. That did not help our decision because it gave us access to Mount Saber North and also gave us full access to all items in the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that we're going to be spending a lot more time in the early part of this game right now before we find our way over to the later areas beyond Portoa.
And that's not really a fun spot to find those robots. There's lots of tower robots all over here.
Oh, goodness. Robots everywhere. Oh, the change spell. So, not immediately useful, but definitely going to be something that might just come up as they are continuing their searches.
But this play for Axeman to go this way first was a great idea because now we can do all, like as you said, all of Swamp. Tornel's going to come in here, get the check and Oak, go back and fight and do the Stomp fight, and then he'll go back up Saber West and have to double back here to Swamp if that's what he's going to do.
Indeed.
I didn't catch what he was looking for.
I did not either. And X-Man, did he buy warp boots?
He may have for... I don't know if he dumped him for the Stomp fight, or dumped him before.
Okay, so he might just, yeah. I'm not sure why he has teleport. But Tornel is going to nope out of fighting me and get an antidote for his reward. Not what you really want to see. Also, I'm really hoping I don't get poisoned now because I just won't be able to heal.
We did see that Matrick's favorite item is in the shop in Brynmar, the Fruit of Lime. I hope all of our runners buy a lot of them just for Matrick.
Alright, and Axeman has triggered the child appearing. Since you have everything this early, it just screams, you gotta clear out this area. There's gotta be something here. Like, no one would blame anyone for full clearing this, even if there's nothing here at this point. There's just too many items.
But with enemy weaknesses randomized, we could find the bug. We could find a Night Dew bug.
That's true. And that was a flame bracelet. So we have a fully powered fire sword already in our, in our hands. And then, what was the other thing that was there?
I did not. He switched through it so fast. I didn't. Sorry, Night Dew.
Night Dew, this is how it feels when people don't want to fight you. You're going to see what happens to me every single race. Oh, it's Mirrored Shield, that's right. So that shield ring might actually get a little bit more use out of this until we get basically anything else.
I am surprised that Axeman did not go and at least see what the bug was weak against. With Flame Bracelet, if by chance he is weak to the Fire Sword, oh, it looks like that might be what he's doing right now.
Indeed. Yep. Meanwhile, Tornel is making his way through the tunnels in west. Oh, they got both robot types in that tunnel.
Here we go. Let's see.
And 25% chance, but really probably a little bit more.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh.
And we have it. Okay. Don't blink.
He gone with paralysis.
Okay, so still not immediately useful, but still a handy spell to have, even if you're just trying to get through some of the trickier tunnels. Maybe get past some of those flail guys at times. Very handy thing to have. And at this point, I don't think he triggered it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get blocked.
I might have missed it, but I don't think that he's actually triggered. Do you need to trigger the rabbit in this flag set?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. And we are on our way to north. While Tornel is showing the child exactly how strong he is. Granted, with this fire set, of course, he doesn't have the flame bracelet yet. He didn't grab
that. Got that from taking the child back. Oh, ouch.
Well, that's a shortcut to take the child back. Oh, nope, the child got eaten. We're going to have to find a replacement child. We're going to need another Timmy. Or Jenny. I don't know. I'm sure the child has a name.
The death mosquito ate the kid. This stream has become a not safe for work stream.
And luckily we have a spare child to pick up. Hopefully the mother won't notice the difference. It's just like the goldfish in classic 80s sitcoms, right?
Right.
Yes. Meanwhile, Axeman is dealing with a bit of a bat problem.
These bats are brutal.
They can be. They are not quite as bad as their cousins, the butterflies, but they're still one of the most annoying enemies in the game.
Oh, man!
Slimes are not weak to fire.
Tornel.
Oh. Cutting it close. Having to,
That death mosquito is out for blood.
Anyone who runs this game regularly will tell you that the real boss is not actually the big insect. It is the small flying one that flies around next to it. It does a lot of damage, and yeah. There we have Mimic number 1 on Axeman's side. So chalk 1 up to Gozen, and we have started our count.
And it seems that Bimmy has run off, but Bimmy will magically reappear once we enter Oak again. There he goes. Bimmy climbed into his pocket.
I'm not asking any questions, and now Tornel's thinking, oh my god, I could have done that first and had the flame bracelet, and I wouldn't have had nearly that many problems. Oh well. Axeman making his way through Saber North, and has made his way up to the northern shelves, up into the area where the prisoners are.
We get to see if Kelbesk 1 is weak to fire, or we may find a sword here. We did check Rage. Rage does not want the sword of fire.
Correct. Oh, a Boa's Son. That is one of our 3 required bows, along with Moon and Truth. Absolutely no progression in the short term, though, with that, but no one's going to say no to finding a bow early.
Oh.
That's more flail guys.
Well, Tornel there is triggering the leaf abduction because he's head up north as well.
And here we go. Let's find out. Oh, man, my goodness. General Kelbesk is weak to fire. And General Kelbesk is dead. Or is he? And we are rewarded with the Sword of Water. We have doubled our swords. It is time to do some more exploring. We can now freeze rivers and cross over and find out what's on the other side of that. We might find out if Rage wants that Sword of Water or not. Whether it's vanilla or not, we don't know. And with everything else they now have a lot of access to the Amazons, and that looks like where Axeman is going right now.
Yep, we've got a fog lamp and a ivory statue that Aurelius possibly wants. Worst case, we can figure out what she wants and check the basement. You gotta take off there you go. Yes, as Naidu pointed out, what's the Cursa plant?
Indeed. unfortunately was not in the basement. It's really convenient and hilarious when that happens, but instead it was just a medical herb. So far, that's actually not really progression at this point. That leaves us with Saber West. Has not been fully explored, I don't believe.
Saber West has been fully explored.
It has?
And,
okay.
Yes, and Tornel wanted the Blizzard bracelet, so we got that. The only thing on Saber West we haven't done is the tornado bracelet spot.
Okay. And I'm sure that will not troll anyone whatsoever, will it, Naidu?
As Naidu pointed out, a fully charged Sword of Water.
Okay, and we got Flight from Rage. That is going to open up the rest of this game for the most part, except for anything where we need access to Sword of Wind or Sword of Thunder, but that just opened up the second half of the game in a major way.
Absolutely. Options are abundant. Does Axeman have a medical herb?
I picked one up in the back of Amazon, so I believe so.
Gotcha. And we know that calling the Angry Sea will get Deo's pendant. Not something any of these runners are probably going to go out of their way for.
Indeed. Oh wow! The dolphin had the shell flute. That is a thing. Just an antidote up in the tunnel, but like, that's actually, wow, very special.
Angry Sea is one of my favorite tracks in the whole game.
It's a good one. And Axeman ducking into Joel just for the purposes of unlocking Evil Spirit Island, but is not headed there yet. It's not going to do that without the Sword of Wind. Instead, it's going to skip up and head in to Swan.
Tornel's getting ready to pick up his bow, son.
Indeed. And
we've got paralysis, so we can check.
We do. Yes, we can find out exactly what Tornel wants.
And chances are he's going to want one of these items.
Very likely.
Yep.
Oh, and gets a. Do you want to do a fetch quest? Trades one fetch quest for another. The love pendant. See what's going to be needed for that.
He got the item he wants in the vanilla game.
Indeed. And Tornel is about to fight Kelbesk and find out the good news. Whereas Axeman is going to go up here and get that flag for Goa. And I'm guessing he's going to... I'm not sure. Is he going to go towards Shion or is he going to go ahead? Yep, he's going to head south. He's going to go... It's a very common thing in this game for a lot of our racers to basically, when you get the flight spell, go straight to Pyramid, fight Dragon, check to see what's going on back here. You get all these checks, all of these towns. Oh, we can check Deo. We got everything to do that. Has a broken statue. That's
halfway
creepy.
towards his pendant. Ooh, X does not have any money.
Nope. Not right now. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and kill a couple of flail guys. They're just on the way to pick up some money and get some experience. Okay, love pendant was needed for the boat trade. Tornel's going a little bit different pathing. Well, now he's matching it a bit. That's a lot of flailing.
Yeah, but look, Axe is like, he's destroying them. He's getting in under their flails. Man, see, that's why I can't beat Axeman.
Right. Well, not many people can beat Axeman. He's literally the person who made the TAS of the vanilla game. He is by far one of the best, probably top 3 in the world at this game.
So we got Curious Plant. We can turn.
There it is. Yeah. That's going to be needed back at Amazon's.
So now Dragon 1 here has no iframes. So get up aside, stab him, he dies quick. Real fast.
Yep.
It's just right there.
Yeah,
And
you got scaling of 25, still no problem whatsoever when you've got a fully powered up sword. Picks up a magic ring, not really the most exciting thing in the world. Warrior ring, on the other hand, is definitely exciting. Shield ring, I'm sorry, you are now in the doghouse. You will not be used again.
Forgot to click kill this one there and flight on Tornel.
That's fine. Yeah, and we have a Dragon kill, which you got on Axeman's side, and now Axeman is going to go probably into the back of Oasis Cave. And Tornel is at this point basically just playing catch up. Not too many differences in their routing, except that Tornel has just checked a few other things, but unfortunately has also just been a little bit slower and done things a little bit in the wrong order. And
one of the major differences between Tornel and Axe is Tornel having to double back to Oak after finding telepathy. He went to Oak first, found telepathy, then had to go back. Axeman went Saber West first, which had the higher density of items, which odds-wise is the play to go, but make gambles. Gambles can pay off.
And we have Mimic number 2. We have our second Mimic of the game. Axeman has found in that leather boot spots from Vanilla. We have the also fairly annoying birds, but he managed to snipe that one for a level. And with the flight spell, we will be able to get Mimic number 3. But unfortunately, without the Thunder Sword, we will still be leaving an item behind here for now. That Vanilla Power Ring spot requires you to open the Thunder Gate. And we just can't do that yet, but...
Ooh. Tornel found a refresh with Brookhana.
Nice! That is going to be handy. Axeman, did he just skip a chest? I think he just skipped the flight chest, or did he already go there?
I think I'm pretty sure he got that before he went in.
Okay, so he went ahead and got that, and then went back down and got... Okay.
Yeah.
Now, it's not... It wouldn't be like Axeman to skip a chest across a river. So, not here anyways. Okay, so Ivory statue. And we have that for the glowing lamp. So, that pendant is available to them if they want. But I think unless it's incredibly convenient, like maybe like on the way to Spirit Island, even then, probably not.
So Axe here is skipping the beams by using flight. Oh, not weak to either one. So he's going to reset out of that and go and... the trolliest thing that I have found down here in the basement of Goa is finding not the psycho armor. First chest.
That's pretty trolly for the repun, yeah.
And then, so you spend the time getting in there, and then you get sent right back out there. Mimic number 4.
Yeah. Number 4, yeah. Thunder Sword, always welcome to see, except when it's like one of your early checks.
Mm-hmm.
Statue of Onyx.
So now, I want to say Tornel wants that. I think it's Tornel. Not Tornel.
Kenzu?
No, Akahana.
No, oh, you mean back in Bryn? Okay. Oh, yeah.
Is he gonna...
I think he's gonna try and take down... Yeah, you've got...
Whoa!
Got the Warrior Ring, and then... The movements on this boss is completely scripted. Very easy to dodge. if you know it.
Ooh, tornado bracelet.
Oh, nice. Well, it's going to be nice when they get that sort of wind. We are trending towards having a very powerful arsenal whenever we get the actual swords.
Yeah, Tornel wanted Blizzard. Tornel was good. He's the one that gave telepathy, I believe.
I believe you're correct.
This, if Axe takes a death here, this is the opportunity Tornel has to catch up to him.
Yeah, especially if Carmine ends up not really having anything. It's like this is required. Like you have to beat Carmine to beat the game in this flag set. Oof. And the fact that Carmine is going faster means that we're getting there. But
oh, nice.
That really didn't take up too much extra time. But just a pair of warp boots and eyeglasses. So we'll fetch quest again. And but we still don't have the other half of that for the alarm flute needed there. So right now it's just an inventory spot.
Fruit of power.
Oh, just a fruit of power. So that didn't really work. So back at Goa, didn't really hold too many answers so far.
You can go check his Checkarillis with the cursive plant to find his. I already forgot what it was.
The bracelet, the tornado bracelet. Right. Yes.
Dragon are telling us that at 30 scaling, Carmine has 141 HP.
That's a lot of tanks. But for a very predictable boss, with the warrior ring and that sword of water shoots really fast.
It does.
It goes down fast. So right now, it feels like the options are slowing down. Like we've found out, getting these spells in here, and we really need that sort of win soon. So I'm thinking Mount Hydra and Chiron areas next.
Yeah, Chiron and the checks in Hydra are probably the way to go. Not sure. Why did Tornel just reset?
I don't know. I was watching Axeman.
Oh, I wonder if he's. I wonder if he wanted to save the heal from Kensu.
It's a possibility. We find Mimic number 5 on Mount Hydra. And Axeman gains another level. He's up to 10 now. Tornel's still at 7. Axeman also.
Those things are a pain.
They can be. That's why you don't approach chests from the top unless you have no choice. And you pretty much always have a choice.
Carmine, Naidu, behind Carmine was eyeglasses.
And a magic ring.
Yes.
Yeah, and we still don't have alarm flute, so nothing real yet.
He just sticks.
Okay, so Hydra is holding the key to the rest of Hydra. You gotta think that Axeman it has maybe a particular chest on his mind, but definitely the rest of the chests in Stixie opened him now, and this is.
He does. He's gonna. No, he's not.
No, he's not. And I'm not terribly surprised by that. I think this is actually the right call. There it is, Axeman. lost the key there for a second.
But I totally understand. Menuing through and you're in the zone. You're like, okay, crap. Where is it?
Yeah, you don't expect it to be on the left side, but yeah.
Axe did not go into Chiron yet, did he?
I don't believe he has.
Tornel's not going to either, so we're not going to see what is being held there. Yeah. So Tornel is still a boss behind, but
for the most part, caught up as Axeman finds Mimic 6, I believe.
There's
And
thunder.
you wanted to go to Chiron. We're going to go to Chiron and answer that question. How to fruit of power? And Axeman says hi to me real quick. Tornel actually changed his mind. He's going to go into the front. So probably bad news for Tornel. He's going to find his way back into here again more quickly.
Now, Axeman has the option to try to go ahead and go all the way through Go.
That's true.
And that's probably what, I'm sure that's what he'll do next.
Yep. But I'm sure that you want to finish off because you're up here, you can clear it. And we still are missing a sword. If you find that sword of wind up here, then you're guaranteed you can go straight through, no problems whatsoever. He's already tinked one boss. I can understand coming back here at this point.
No, absolutely. I mean, there's still 5 more. There's still 4 more checks.
Yes.
Quick checks. Ooh, he's getting bounced around.
Yeah. So I do believe that flight trick through there with taking no damage is still a little bit newer.
It is. You have to make sure that you press up against the statue before you try to go around it. If you go a little early, it will you'll get hit.
Indeed. And just an opal statue up there, and he didn't leave a chest behind. That was the respawn mimic. And now he's going to check the left side, which I'm sure he'll check all the chests here. One of them right away. And his own chest has a medical herb. He's going up first. He's going to fall down into it, I imagine. I think there's a...
There is a drop, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just a fruit of power up here. So, one last shot at this being important.
Yeah, that warrior ring, though, levels are coming very quickly.
Indeed. Yeah, already up to 11. Just a magic ring.
Ooh, okay, so...
Yeah. So it looks like Go is the play.
Tornel can gain some serious ground if once he finds a Sword of Thunder, decides to go into Go. I doubt he'll do it.
Yeah. It's... Like, I think that he would need to feel like he's behind. And he might not be surprised to find he's behind, but he probably doesn't feel like he's made many bad moves. It's just that this seed has been pretty linear in a lot of ways.
Yeah, he took a couple early deaths.
He did. Yeah, and so the thing that I could say, oh, yeah, I am taking a nap right now, by the way. Mm-hmm. So, as an aside, one really big risk, if Tornel really wants to take it, would actually be to maybe go to the back of Oasis first and try and go through the back door. But first check that power ring spot.
That's what I would do. You know, the options for, especially the warrior ring, you got a 75% chance of Mado. Ooh, actually,
indeed.
You got a 75% chance of Mado 2 being weak to whatever the swords that you have. Warrior ring, you're gonna have no problem taking him down.
Right, and it takes no time at all to go from the back of Oasis Cave into the Mado 2 area.
He's thinking
and this
about
Yeah, this front area of Goa Fortress is this giant maze that, you know, everybody knows the path through at this point, but it still takes time, and it has no items.
Hey, Axeman skipping Kelbesk 1 to set himself up a checkpoint.
He's also set up the sword glitch, just in case. Yeah, he is about to lag Storm Kelbesk 2 to death. Because he does not have that Storm Bracelet, but with this sword charge glitch, that doesn't matter anymore. And, you know, Kelbesk is barbecue. And there's the Sword of Wind! Okay, so this is the better play going through the front door. And yeah, Axeman has all swords at this point. All but Sword of Thunder are absolutely fully powered up. He doesn't have that power ring yet, but pretty full arsenal at this point. Also means that basically the rest of the world is open up to him at this point, outside of fetch quest items. And we can truly begin our hunt, but there is absolutely no reason not to go through Goa Fortress first. All these bosses are required, and there's a ton of items.
Axeman's best play right now is just, once you find all 4 swords, go fight the bosses. Go clear.
Yep, absolutely.
You got a good chance of finding your bows on those bosses or on the way to those bosses. That's the best way to go. No reason to check anything else except fight the bosses.
Indeed. And yeah, he doesn't even care about consumables at this point. He's in a kind of a quasi-go mode. You know, if it's not an important thing, not fully go mode because he's still checking chests, but like he feels pretty set, I think, at this point with everything except, required items.
Is he going backwards? Oh, setting up sword charge glitch.
Yeah, he wants to make sure that anything that's weak to that Thunder Sword, he can go ahead and lag storm down. Tornel doing a little bit of grinding, is catching up very quickly with levels. Is already up to level 10 now. And Tornel is actually doing the thing we talked about. Is going to go into the back end. It's going to be somewhat unfortunate as far as if anything's weak to sword wind for him. But we'll also have to see what this power ring spot is and see if that works out in his favor. Samara 2 is weak to vanilla fire. And with a fully charged fire sword, even a 36 scaling is not going to take terribly long for this boss fight to go in Axeman's way. And there goes.
Oh, gotta watch him explode twice.
Yep.
If you open the menu during the death of a boss, you will see it happen again.
Can you keep on getting that over and over if you keep opening the menu?
I'm not sure.
Because I wouldn't recommend it for a race, but there might be a certain boss I'd love to watch die over and over again,
Well,
and there's that barrier.
Tornel picked up power ring at the power ring spot.
Wow, that was vanilla, but that's very handy. There's an open question about whether Axeman will go and do that at the end. I would imagine, actually, when he meets Beto 2, he's probably going to work to some place with a much larger variety of items, probably like Evil Spirit Island. So I could see that working in Tornel's favor. If he can overcome some of these other things, that's going to be a good thing for him.
Yeah, coming back through. He's probably going to try his luck with Carmine again and see if he's weak to Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
If that doesn't work, I would imagine he's going to... And then Tornel and Axer will high-five as they go through, as they crisscross paths.
Yes.
Tornel also has that heal available. Let's see.
It's true. So Tornel is definitely behind still, but is potentially getting a slightly better position. There's that storm bracelet, so we now have all swords, all orbs, all bracelets. Axeman is fully loaded arsenal. Just doesn't have that power ring to boost everything up.
Tornel is smacking Carmine around with the Sword of Thunder and the Warrior Ring. Carmine is down for Tornel.
Yeah, that was very vanilla, but that definitely took a lot less time than the tinking.
Here's our favorite. Uh-oh.
Not Westwind.
This is a very vanilla seed.
Oh, yes, it is. There's a lot of vanilla in this. Who rolled this seed?
Oh! Ouch.
I'm going to guess it was Matt.
It was totally magic.
Ah.
Now,
Man,
Tornel has...
losing his touch.
Tornel has Power Ring, Blizzard Bracelet, and coming through backwards. So he's
Yeah, he's not going to be slowed down by any of this.
no, he's going to get through this pretty quick. And he will pick up his Storm Bracelet too on the way.
It's true. He will be even more powerful. Yeah, like that really does cut down on time a lot for him at this point. He's gonna be in a decent position. It's gonna come down to where some of these items are and how it trolls.
For those of you watching the tracker, I'm not going to mark, once again, the tracker, you can't have 2 and 1. So I'll mark the Tetrarchs when they've killed both of them.
Yes. Yeah. It's showing that you killed one of the Kelbesks, not which one.
Yes.
Sure. And Axeman makes short work of the vampire in the first cave, and is going to go through here. There's quite a bit of items in this cave. So we welcome SpeedGaming 4 rating us. Welcome to this quarterfinal matchup in their Crystalis Randomizer tournament between Axeman and Tornel. We have a good race going right now. Axeman has a bit of a lead, but Tornel has found a few more powerful items that might help him catch up. And
he's going to catch up pretty quick with that power. You saw how powered right through Mado 2.
Absolutely. Yeah, between the power ring and the warrior ring, that's pretty much all you need as far as key items go for combat.
He's about to find his Storm Bracelet.
Yep. Axeman, not surprisingly, is headed straight towards Evil Spirit Island.
Now, Axeman did... he checked Leaf Cave.
He did.
And, oops. Wrong button. Disregard the sort of wind on Tornel's tracker.
Yep, not quite there. Tornel is going to get that soon. It has to take down Kelbest 2.
He skipped the left side for a second.
For a second. And just a magic ring for Axeman there.
So what? I'm trying to think of what checks we would have left that we haven't thought about. We still need the we still need the Bow of Sun and the the Bow of Moon and the Bow of Truth.
Yes. So obviously, without the Bow of Truth, there's still hope that it might be hiding in Crypt.
We could get a Crypt play.
Yeah. Beyond that, we still haven't found things like the Alarm Flute. We have not checked any of the caves that required the Sword of Wind, anything that was blocking that. So obviously we're in Evil Spirit Island now. We still have Foglamp Cave, Carissa Plant Cave.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, there's still a couple of checks in there. Yeah, Key to Prison check is also there. Yeah, once you get past those couple of caves, it becomes a world of one-off checks. Admittedly, we've already done a lot of them this seed because it kind of trolled them early on. I gave them a lot of those fetch quest items, but there's still a couple of those. And the way this
to find that Sabera 2 is weak to fire.
Indeed.
Sabera 2 is about to go good night.
Yes.
Oh,
but not if you misfire it off screen. But that'll do it right there. And you got to think that like all it's going to take is for Axe to dive into something like that Foglamp Cave and check the back of it and get nothing for Tornel to be fully back in this, as we find Mimic 7 in Evil Spirit Island, more specifically in Sabera's Castle.
Well,
I believe North to 7.
If Tornel does not go to Leaf Cave, he'll gain about a minute back.
Yeah. Which, since Leaf Cave is not one of the major bosses, it makes sense for him to possibly skip that. But there are a lot of items there, which is the reason that Axeman went there. And it doesn't take a whole lot of time to get them all.
Right. But as we saw, there was nothing there.
Yeah.
There's the bow of truth.
There is the bow of truth. So that kills the crypt. I'm guessing that probably kills mimic percent as well at this point. There just aren't that many chests left. Sorry, Gozen. And there's Bow of Moon! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! This is now Axeman's race absolutely to lose.
We are in go mode.
Indeed. Yeah. Because Axeman has cleared Sabera 2, cleared Mado 2, just has to clear Sabera 1 here, and Mado 1 won't take terribly long either. And yeah, that then headed straight towards the back of Pyramid. That was the perfect storm of bad item placement for Tornel.
Yes.
There are 12 mimics. There are always 12 mimics, and there always shall be 12 mimics until I get the flag set that I want from Steve. That makes all chests that are consumables turn into mimics.
He forgot Mado 1.
Oop. Well,
Sorry.
somebody should.
You know what? In my race against Axeman, I forgot Mado 1 as well.
I remember that. But he's come back now. Remembered it. Stepped politely around to my nap spot. I think Axeman is thinking sub-hour here. That's what's on Axeman's mind right now.
I bet Axeman does not have the power ring, so he's going to...
It's true. And Mado 1 is weak to Sword of Wind. That's probably the worst sword you can do. Because even though the randomizer for Crystalis has improved the tier 3 shot immensely compared to the vanilla game, it's still the worst one you can have for Mado.
Oh, Tornel, he's gonna... Oh, he did. Oh, yeah, he did do.
And there's that alarm flute, which is going to be really bad news for Tornel if it leads him astray. But even if he goes to Evil Spirit Island at this point, it's hard to imagine what could happen to change the fate of this race at this point. But we're going to see it through. Who knows? Axeman is going to get level 13 here. Has 43 scaling, does not have that power ring, doesn't have healing, so
he has refresh.
He does have refresh? Okay.
He has refresh, and he's got an opal.
He's fine. Yep, and as I feared, Tornel sees that alarm flute and immediately thinks, oh, I've got the eyeglasses. And he's going to find out that this is not something he wanted.
Consumable.
Yeah.
Axeman got sniped by the lion.
That's embarrassing. Oh well.
Moon, Truth were...
Moon and Truth were both in Evil Spirit Island in the back of Sabera's castle.
Tornel's about to find it too.
Yep. Probably gonna find it... he'll probably find it before we're not done, but it won't be terribly far off. Oof! And the evil mosquitoes powder paralyzes Tornel.
Do not have recovery. He's trying to get himself poisoned, but he's got the mirrored shield on. And the...
Yep. And it's run away, and he's re-paralyzed. And he's just gonna reset. Yeah.
Alright.
And here we go, Dragon 2. And with that barrier spell as well, all swords. Yes, I'd say like this shouldn't be too much of a problem, but I think that Axeman getting a little impatient trying to trigger this next phase.
Dragon 2 is only vulnerable when he's firing at lasers and his chest opens up. And
yes.
That'll happen right after he charges down.
Like that. And so Axeman going ahead and using that third charge of fire, also using that opal statue.
Unfortunately, any tinks on Dragon do not do anything.
Nope.
You cannot tink Dragon 2.
I didn't think so.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, and we have another charge down for Axeman. Fortunately, a barrier does block that jelly shot.
Nooper, I don't know what they call it.
I'm not sure. But yeah, no, with scaling 43, still not enough. Oh, Tornel finds key to prison there, along with that, yeah. And I think we did find that earlier.
Low on magic there, and Dragon 2 is down.
Yes, Dragon 2 is low on health. And it's like, wait, Azteca, what? The whole time? What's it? What?
We don't got time for stories, let's go!
Okay, yeah, no, plot is not for Randomizer. And despite the fact that the robots are randomized into the enemy set, you still get robots here. The tower will always have robots and drones, and yeah. But Axeman is using a combination of Warrior Ring for the copper robots and then Fire 3. But obviously not with the Power Ring for the white robots. And it's keeping them rounded up. Pretty good pattern there for those. And we are through the first floor. And it actually is looking a little bit closer. No, because Tornel's about to get this boss fight right now. He's going to find the bows.
Did Tornel find the Bow of Truth? I didn't catch it.
I think they're both behind this, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Bow of Truth is on. I clicked it too soon on the tracker, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, because you found them right one after another.
Tornel did skip the upper floor, but he won't bite him. Now, Axeman is using the level 3 fire charge. It uses less MP, and he's pretty limited on magic rings. He has only got 2 left.
Yeah, so he's going to be relying on that Warrior Ring. Welcome in SpeedGaming 3. You are here for the conclusion of this match. Axeman is already in the tower. Tornel is about to fight his final boss. And unfortunately is going to be a little bit too late because Tornel is also going to find that last bow in here. And probably pretty soon after that, we'll see that he is behind. Yeah. Axeman making short work of these robots. Resources are getting a bit, maybe a concern, but not, probably not.
Nah, he should be fine unless he takes some robots here. He's got 1 magic ring left. He's
got no magic rings left. Okay. If there was ever a scenario that Tornel needed, I think we've got it. It is the fact that we're getting pretty close. It's still Axeman's to lose, but he is out of resources.
Yes.
And he is using a lot of barrier to finish off these robots.
Getting pretty close to him there. I like that Bert there guarding the crypt.
Yeah. But he has made it through this final floor, and he has just to turn in his swords to turn into the ultimate sword that you don't get to play with, Crystalis, and then take on the randomized version of the final boss.
With 138 magic power right now, he should be able to find a spot, throw a barrier, and just smack him.
Yep.
That's what he's going to do. So, in the vanilla game, this is a pretty much free run up, step up, shoot, and you can't get hurt. In the randomized version, he's buffed. The turrets on the sides can be killed, and Any hit fires off those waves, and that's Axe. He is done.
Yes, he manages to get that sub-hour. And Tornel is unfortunately finding out now, just a little bit too late. As Axeman is finished. I don't have an SRL time. I don't know if you're in there or not.
Yes, Axeman finishes in first place with an official SRL. 59 minutes and 1 second.
Okay. And hopefully is about to join us as well. Any second. And with that victory, Axeman is going to go to...
Well, he takes round 1. This is best.
Oh, right. This is game 1. This is game 1. I knew that. Haha. So it takes the lead in this series, and they will meet again on Friday at 8:30 Eastern Time for game 2.
And we'll hopefully get Axe in here for an interview very shortly. He's almost
here. I see him in the setup.
I see him. Oh, and we have Tornel is entering the tower shortly.
Indeed, right behind.
Down. That was a quick dragon fight, but towering makes that pretty...
Yeah, powering makes the difference. Absolutely.
And there he is. GG, Axe.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Congratulations on winning game 1 of this series. And Tornel is just now entering the tower, so it was right on your heels.
Wow.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm surprised I even had that much of a lead.
Yep. So it came down to a couple of things, really. There were a couple of unfortunate deaths on Tornel's side. The early routing ended up being in your favor just a little bit, simply because you got to clear out all of Oak and the insect at once. Tornel ended up having to double dip that because he went to Oak earlier. And then,
You got telepathy at the top of Saber West on Tornel.
That's
with
right.
the Wizard
Yeah.
Bracelet turn in.
That was key, huh?
Yeah, and Tornel went to Oak first, did the Stomp fight, then came back and had to go back to Oak. So it was just and he also got sniped pretty bad by the insect.
Yeah.
By the death mosquito.
Yes.
Death mosquito got him.
It ate the first child. It was gross.
Axe, let me ask you: were your palms get a little sweaty there in the on the tower? Were you getting a little?
Just a little, like the
Yeah.
whole time. Yeah.
That was that they were. You were not getting kind robots. They were slapping you around.
Yeah. Oh man, and I guess when I got the warrior ring, I tend to kind of play it. I don't know. You got to kind of get in there and mix it up with a little more.
Yeah, I get you. No, I mean,
Yeah.
and using the warrior ring up there with the limited resources, you went in with pretty low resources. You went in with what, like 3 magic rings? That's it.
I think I might have 4, but I mean, yeah. And the Dragon fight, man. Oh, I felt really bad about that one. That was like the worst Dragon fight I've had in a while.
Yeah, I went 3 cycles on it. That's okay. But at the same time, like that warrior ring, also handy because you take down Carmine.
Yes.
I did. Did Tornel do that?
No. Tornel went ahead and noped out and waited. So this was another major route. It kind of didn't matter too much in the end, but Tornel actually got Thunder Sword first, and then went in the back way. Actually got a Vanilla Power Ring, because Vanilla was the theme of this seed for a lot of things. And then went backwards through everything. So that was when, like Tornel started to make up some time, a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially when you went to that vampire cave and it ended up having nothing. But then you found, then you found both those bows, and that was like, yeah.
And Tornel is finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 54 seconds.
GG's Tornel.
GG's, we'll get him in here shortly.
Yes.
But yeah,
we are joined by Tornel.
There he is.
Hello.
Yes, GG.
GG's.
Indeed.
So, okay, we gotta talk about it because unfortunately, Tornel, you made this a not safe for work stream because the child was killed. You killed the child.
Not just killed, but was devoured.
Runs away back to where he was, that's all.
Yeah.
We're going with it. It's a different kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they look alike, and so yeah, it's like, yeah. But yeah, we were just talking to Axeman, and what the seed really came down to was a combination of a couple of unfortunate routing decisions early, not bad decisions, just unfortunate the way they worked out. And then you did take the fairly gruesome death and had to repeat a few things. Just happened to work in Axeman's favor. So the way that Axeman routed early had basically got teleport early from west before going to the Oak area. Telepathy, sorry.
Yeah, Tornel, you had a double back. Since you went to Oak first, and then you went to Saber West and you had to go back to Oak.
Right.
Yep.
And then the Death Mosquito was just a jerk. But if any of the bows had not been, if the Bow of Sun or Bow of Moon, or Bow of Truth had not been in Evil Spirit Island, it would have been it would have been within a minute.
Yeah.
Because you were with that power ring, you were gaining ground.
Yeah.
I was hoping that would help me out.
It would, because the other thing is, Axeman ended up tinking down Carmine early when you had noped out, and because of that, once Axeman got the Sword of Thunder, went in the front door instead of the back door, which means no power ring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys like vanilla? Because there's a lot of vanilla in the sea.
My vanilla times was what, like an hour, 7 minutes, or 8 minutes.
It was a heck of a race to watch, though. I'll tell you, that was.
I was mad at myself for not doing rabbit skip.
Hmm.
I actually took the time to talk to the rabbit, and after I did that, I was like, why did I just do that?
Well,
Yeah.
Axe, did you talk to the rabbit?
No,
Nope.
I did the skip.
You did rabbit skip, yeah, that's right.
I didn't even trigger the abduction.
Right, you since you had teleport, because teleport gets you in to the area switch, but then you go through rabbit skip. You have to fly over to do teleport skip. Is that correct?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, since you had
So we
teleport.
didn't need to do. Yeah, we had
Right.
teleport, so that was no problem. But
That just dawned on me because I was like, wait a second, how did he? Then it
Yeah.
just actually dawned on me. So there you go.
yeah, there were so many points where I thought, oh man, I'm doing terrible. But I, sorry to say, but I kind of hoped that he took a few deaths early on, and I was playing it pretty safe with those super cheap medical herbs from Leaf.
Well, you had you were close in the tower at one point. Like it looked like you were getting cornered, and if you would have taken that death near the end, which I mean you had refresh, but if you would have gotten cornered and pinned, and it took you down quick, it would. I mean, you'd have been neck and neck, probably very close to a tie. If you know.
Yeah, especially considering had you had to restart that tower, you probably still would have been for Tornel, but not with any level of resources. You would have had to probably go back and get some more magic rings or something like that, or just go very carefully.
Yeah, Tornel powered up the tower. That was a really solid tower from Tornel. Like that was clean, quick.
Easy when you have everything you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, without the power ring, I would not want to do Thunder So I stuck with my fire and kept some extra MP for refresh. So that was the plan.
Yeah, this seed also wasn't exactly shy about just arming you fully as fast as possible. Getting all those orbs for swords you didn't have yet early on.
Didn't within 20 minutes you had 2 fully powered swords?
Yeah, but I was also like with only 2 swords. I was also feeling a little, because that last sword, especially the Sword of Thunder, can be one of the troll spots, and then really late Sword of Wind is also like a really tough one, because now you've got, when you get to bow mode, where's that last sword? It's just, or where's that last bow or something, but it turned out not to be an issue.
Because yeah, you checked Leaf Cave. You did a quick check into Leaf Cave before you went to Evil Spirit Island.
And we did get the hint on the Waterfall Cave real early, so I knew.
Cover, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just like the Angry Sea spot, I noped out of those items, both of them.
Yep.
Yeah, because Angry Sea was Deus Ex.
Yeah. So it's 2 scaling I didn't need.
No.
I was too lazy and ended up taking it. So that probably didn't help my tower either.
Wait, oh, did you get Deus Pendant?
I didn't get Deus Pendant, no, but I got the broken statue and the because they just were in bad spots to reset.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because Tornel, you want the
But
extra.
the extra experience I got from all the side trips got me to level 13, which helped for sure.
Yes.
That was 13
Especially
also.
when you got Warrior Ring, yeah.
And that Cordell Plains with the tower robots earlier was not a blast, was it?
No.
I had more issues with the flail guys because I decided to not buy medical herbs.
Oh,
I was
that's
like, I'll
right.
make it as long as there's not medical herb by the last chest. I mean, not medical herb, there's not a flail guy by the last chest. And of course, there was a flail guy by the last chest.
That's right, because you did take that death in the Leaf Cave initially. So.
Yeah, that's why I always get a medical herb. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't give away my tricks here, but I always get a medical herb.
I was
at
hoping we
start.
wouldn't go windmill, but I should have assumed because we go every game.
It's always Windmill Cave, and there's always somewhere there's going to be,
And this was a very, very, very linear seed early on. So, it was just leading you by the nose until you got to that flight spell.
The first divergence we saw was X-Men going to Saber West and Tornel going to.
Mm-hmm.
And it was literally like you both went, and Axe split, and Tornel split the other way.
So with all the medical herbs, like I did the play to go, full clear Saber West before even going to Cordell Plains, and I'll do that if I've got a lot of medical herbs. Like I won't do it if I'm feeling a little, not only that, we had Warrior Ring too, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a very friendly ring, very friendly seed for early combat.
Yes, a couple people in chat were asking if you'd considered, or they had asked earlier, mentioned if you considered using that cross play to climb up the tornado bracelet spot.
I would probably not do that. I'll just wait till it's. Yeah.
I was hoping to do it.
It's only time for one check, I feel like.
I was hoping you'd do it because I wasn't paying attention last time.
I also haven't practiced it, so I'm not 100% sure how to do it. But
Yeah, I haven't
That's why I wanted you to do it. I wanted to see it.
All right. Any final thoughts on this seed before we go?
No, I'm gonna enjoy watching I'm gonna enjoy watching the VOD of this. It should be interesting.
It's
absolutely.
Axeman always beats people at like 3 or 4 minutes or less every time.
I know, yeah.
It's a good race to watch. Seriously.
Absolutely.
It was a blast. It was one of the better ones I've seen in a.
Be ready on Friday. That's all I can say.
Absolutely.
Right.
That match 2 is on Friday. It is 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I believe also still here on SpeedGaming 2. I'm not 100% sure of that.
Yeah. So coming up, we've got that. We've got my match on Sunday at 8:30 Eastern.
Indeed.
Against
versus Sho Fukamachi.
Sho Fukamachi. We are in the losers bracket because
Yes,
I cannot beat X-Man. So I'm in the losing.
Yes. And also, just to update on the tournament, the winner of this series will go on to the semifinals in the winner's bracket, Two-Face Matric, whereas the person who unfortunately falls in this series will go to the loser round, Two-Face Dragon Dark.
Oh, great. An easy opponent either way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. There's only like 6 people left in the tournament at this point. So no easy matches left. But it should be fun. You guys clearly show that either you can beat the other, depending upon how things go. And I cannot wait to watch your second match on Friday.
Oh, absolutely. I want to sit down and
Looking forward to it.
gonna plop down on the couch and tell my wife we're watching this match. She'll be like, no. I'll say yes. There we go.
Yeah, I'll do the same for my cats. And they'll be like,
Just
Just
any
pet me,
comment
I'm
on
kidding.
that, Also, just throwing it out there.
yeah.
Well, is there any, if you have anything else, we'll wrap up, I suppose.
That's all I've got.
No. Well,
Yep.
GG's to both of you. It was a fantastic match. It was a lot of fun to watch. I was definitely excited to watch it, and yeah, it was blast. It was good, exciting, kind of one of
Absolutely.
those edge of your seat matches.
Indeed. Very entertaining. Thank you so much for racing for us. Thank you to the Speed Gaming Network for hosting us. Thank you to my partner, K-Fall, who also was our tracker. And thank you for everybody who showed up. And we can't wait to see you on Friday. And have a good night.
Yep. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you to Speed Gaming and everybody. And we'll see you on Friday.